Picking him up live now at the 10th. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a beautiful approach shot. These putts keep the round together. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
You see that kind of work from the bunker, you think of the greats like Seve Ballesteros and Gary Player, the best bunker players of all time. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
He's going for a little extra.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Now the approach to the 12th. Frank, what's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Frank, so much focus on the back 9 here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But
it's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
14th hole, 481-yard, par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets completely wrecked. Ask Vijay Singh, cost him a Players' Championship. Many a player there has dealt with that left side. You will pay the price.
315. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. So just a formality here. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. That's the end of round one, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. We're at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, for one of the game's most prestigious titles, the Players Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Hole number 11, 558-yard, par 5. Frank, Players in attack mode here.
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity.
Frank, absolutely perfect. Ball sitting up. This gives him a chance now to do some damage.
It does, and this gives him an advantage over the rest of the field.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet?
It's still going.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, drive down the right side.
Yeah, and it certainly opens up. Now you've got a full view of the flag, and this is birdie time.
This is a good-looking shot. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That is some good work right there. Birdie and 1 shot closer to the lead. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Got it for par. And through the years, Frank, it has gotten the best of the best, hasn't it?
We've seen Tiger Woods hit it left. We've seen Vijay Singh hit it left. We've seen so many players hit it on the left. Conversely, many a championship's been lost by hitting the ball up in the mounds on the right.
You take 4 here and run to 15?
I would sprint.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
He's made it. Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of a tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader and that you can just go out and play. You know, excellent position to be in.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Players.
Should be safely on deck.
Pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. This can be a cruel game at times. But you hate to miss from that distance. Locked in on the read and the speed. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard record because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mounds. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
Even par currently.
That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just the tap in to finish the hole. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Down, little Sheba, down! So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Good putt. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Rick Owens made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Now the second shot to the par 5. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron. That's right, a 3-iron on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, not to plant the seed of doubt, but we must deliver the facts here on this telecast. 44 balls in the water a couple of years ago, 28 last year.
Rich, that's the announcer's curse. What will he do?
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. And that does it for us here at TPC Sawgrass. Great day, Frank.
Yeah, a chance for the players to play one of the golf courses that has become so famous over the last 25 to 30 years.
For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long from the TPC Sawgrass and EA Sports. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the players. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at the second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie. But if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up, and there's two little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, yeah, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Well, bring the hammer, why don't you? Setting up an eagle opportunity. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Has it. That's birdie. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, he's gone for a little extra.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very...
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf, and it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And getting ready for the putt. Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
And let's go down to the 6th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
No, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Really. This is an awkward length.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Now the par 4 7th, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. Frank,
he's loading up on it.
Look at the coil.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces.
Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Stays at 1 under with that par. This par 4 is a dogleg left with bunkers and trees on that left side of the fairway, so that should deter players from cutting the corner. Although often thought of as a birdie hole, this 8th has a relatively small, firm green surrounded by a deep bunker in front, thick rough on all sides. Birdies might not be as plentiful as people think.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Now rounding out the front side, finally a par 5. It's a 600-yarder. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Well, on the green, but far from the hole.
Yeah, a little bit of a head scratcher. A lot of work coming up here.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there.
It's no snack, though.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we...
Hard-fought par right there. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. He makes a great pass to the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, that's fine.
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. That is always so disappointing from that kind of...
That one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Settles in over the putt. Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Here at the 8th, again, this is not an especially long hole, but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key. And you can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Ooh, look at this, Frank. 600-yard par 5 here at the 9th.
It's tasty. You'd think you'd just comfortably smash a drive over there and reach it in 2. Sometimes it works out that way, but they just put a little lake that comes across, and that cuts in the fairway. So if you have hit an errant tee shot, you might have to make a decision.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that line.
I didn't think that was doable. It's at sneaky distance.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? This is a good-looking shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
2 rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, you know, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Try to loft this one in the air with the lob wedge. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part, this is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Here we are at the 16th now. Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Good-looking shot right here. Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
Did the job right there. Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf. But look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Birdie try up next. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Now to the final hole here at Eastlake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the two bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. That wraps up another round here at Eastlake Golf Club. And for all of us here at EA Sports, this is Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo saying, until next time. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational. I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I've ever seen. Just let it rip. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Now, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
You can go low here. The course professional record, and it's a par 70 set by Zach Johnson. He fired 60 back in September of 2007 at the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. That was when the golf course was set at 7,154 yards. That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you can hit any club from there.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par, currently.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So, they'll tap in. Good putt. Frank, this is really a picturesque hole as you look out.
When he goes after it like he is here. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Looking for a pure strike here on the approach shot at 16. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Settles in over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. He'd settle for par here. That's the idea. Just knock it in. On to the finishing hole here at East Lake Golf Club. Not many courses end with a par 3. It's always a fun finishing hole.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable, really. This is that awkward length.
So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Hit it. Just a couple of feet. Frank, you know full well, this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of the final round. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports. We'll see you next week. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power?
Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
Oh, huge. Ooh. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And he's made the green. And getting ready for the putt. Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Wow, check out the elevation change, Frank, from tee all the way down to the fairway. No wonder they call this the 5th hole here at Chambers Bay. Free fall.
You better take a parachute, that's for sure. But you're going to need a parachute to land the ball and stop it on the screen as well. Not overly long. Well, should I say U.S. Open standards, 488. You know, these days they stretch it well over 500 yards. But one of the tighter tee shots.
Frank, what do we have with the approach shot here at the 5th?
Just got to be cognizant of that bunker. That's you can see it there. That's just central front of this green. You've either got to go around it, or if you're good enough, then you go straight over it. But you've got to have a ton of spin on the second shot.
So 24 feet after that approach shot, Frank.
Yeah, it's well, just outside the what you'd think very makeable distance.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This for par. That's costly right there.
Painful.